anyone dropping?
We're in to... Oh, I'm so not used to this layout for like on Capture, but we're in to a comedy game on Houseboats or
The-
WWC2 maps, and I'm with Lorhey. Hello, Lorhey.
Hello there, hello there. The map script certainly wasn't made for this map. We actually start this game without any villager, and we have a castle that just sits in the middle of the lake. If you manage to get your king inside of the castle, you won't be able to get it out of the castle anymore because there's nothing close enough to garrison onto.
Oh yes.
You would have to delete the castle, and the king just stands in the water.
I did like put that in chat, and well, it seems like none of them actually done it. So yeah, so we're just gonna start from the top. You know, the blue player, Auriko. He had an experience earlier on this already, didn't he? So yeah, he
I'm already so forgetful. Yes, he was playing this earlier. You are correct.
And
this time we have the Diplo aspect. Earlier it was just a free-for-all.
Yes. So this is a Diplo as well. So we're going to see lots of chat. We're going to see alliances, betrayal, and anger. And now, talking about the King Boom aspect of this game, in purple we actually got a player called Petard, who obviously Petards go boom. So how long do you reckon Petard is going to last?
I think Petard is quite a decent player, so he should be able to last. Obviously, being right next to Auriko might be a dangerous place, but as this is Diplo, alliances will be forged, and we'll see how that pans out, honestly.
Sweet. Now, I just see a lot of their kings moving, and it's making me very angsty. Right. Now...
Well, they have allied each other.
Okay, that's true.
Except Busfara Ulus and Miss Reams. Those two have not allied for some weird reason. So they should see the other players at this point. They should be able to not only not run into the castles, but the castles wouldn't shoot them with the allied stance.
Yes.
Using the kings for scouting is actually quite nice at this point.
Could a king be running past the castle and then have somebody like just quickly switch to diplomacy and then shoot the king?
Good, but we're talking about King Boom here. If you do this, you are kind of ready to lose your castle, to lose your town center, to lose everything you have on the lake. I would not advise it. But you can do it if you want to.
So in grey we have nope. Maybe that's like nope, my king is not going to blow up. Or maybe it's going to be nope, I'm out because my king's going boom. And could we quickly just going to go through? We got Miss Ween, who's playing as the Britons. As I say, I think they all went random civs. I don't think I explained to them to go random civs, so I just assume they did. And to the Reds, we got Narwhal. A big shout out to Narwhal, who helped set this up as well.
Who is already working on setting up teams with yellow, cyan, and green.
Didn't hold off on the diplomacy.
Already chatting up the players.
Ooh, this is very... We got the bully, JagWarrior. He's always casted his games in tournaments. And he's the bully as the Teutons. So... the Teuton bully player. And Skilsu in yellow as the Gajaras. Oh, we're still going more. Busfara Ulus. I probably butchered that, but in the orange, Busfara Ulus as the Koreans. Sweet. And then, yeah, that's all the players. Which civ do you favour here? Which civs are going to stick out? Who do you think is going to struggle?
That is an interesting question. I don't really see any civ that is such an insane late powerhouse, kind of. The Britons will be really strong if they get the Archer Mars, there are a lot of different strengths going on. The Koreans kind of have one of the strongest death balls they can get onto the map, but it really, I'm not really someone who likes to say how the game will go in free-for-all, because there's so many variables going on.
That's true. Now,
Right now, we just see the people struggling with the setup that makes this map kind of special. That's the aspect that you constantly have to transport your villages to the outside. A lot of them already have their docks down to get those additional resources, and I think all of them docked correctly, as I see.
yeah, so just to pull it back to all the viewers, that this, well, most probably know already, this is Houseboat. It's you either love it or you really, really hate it. It's, you know, obviously your TC's just randomly on an island. You start off with a transport ship. Every villager you make, you have to like ferry them one by one by one by one. But actually, is there a mistake to make the dock first when you don't have?
It is a huge mistake if you dock.
Has anybody done that?
Lumber camp.
Or are they all safe?
It doesn't look that way. It
Okay.
looks like everybody has done it correctly. And another important thing with the dock is you want the dock to be on the outside, between two shorefish.
Okay.
Simply because the villagers can drop off the food at the shorefish, so you have the dock for the fishing ship creation, and you also can put villagers to work on an additional 400 resources that you suddenly have access to.
And obviously, as all the viewers can see, there's castles in the middle of the water. And again, this is because this map didn't like there was no like script for it. It's just kind of, it just happened that way. So okay, we're in the Deutsche what does that mean, Lorhey?
Okay, wait. We got good trade, a good team. Yeah, I mean, are we the German Covenant?
Ooh.
He's asking.
And that's
Sounds
amazing.
weird.
We got a German team, a German caster. Let's just go. This is working out.
But yes.
And maybe we have lots of booms as well.
Now, I'm not sure if that is good for Auriko, the French player in the group, if the two Germans to his left and to his right are kind of teaming up, talking about the German lines.
Well, for the first kind of community game record, that kind of escalated really quickly.
But if you just go around and look at the town centers and how busy they are, I love what Auriko did. He got out early with the king, got a lot of the buffaloes, and has put them on his island. This way, when new villages are created, they aren't just waiting to be transported out. They are gathering at the buffalo, and then he can just select a few of them, transport them out, and can continue to keep them working for quite a much longer time than most other players who are pretty much just grouping them up in transports.
Absolutely legendary. You see, the kings, they all have their own unique designs, obviously. You know, and Dravidian's king's pretty cool. Alright, Lorhey, what's your favorite... Oh, I can't... Okay, yeah, anyway, what's your favorite, like, design of the king? Which is your favorite king?
The Mesoamerican king. Sadly not in this matchup, but while pretty much every king is kind of that chill, rich dude who just... well, you see that he lavishes life. He kind of has that build where, you know, he doesn't do much besides eat. The Mesoamerican king is the really toned guy with a stick. You think if he wanted to, he could beat up people, but he doesn't.
That's so funny. So Firefish says, ideal scenario is delete start and TC after it gets to the castle, so you don't have to deal with it again. Or you can be like me and just delete it straight away as soon as you escape. So, I missed a bit of chat there.
Yeah, it really depends on how comfortable you are with just the actions to constantly transporting the villages. There are some tricks that can help a little bit. If you, for example, put the gather point of the town center onto the transport ship, when new villages are created, the transport automatically moves to the town center and the villagers automatically enter it. So you don't have to do the move back step. You still have to move the transport outside and unload, but...
Now, is Nope going a fast castle?
I kind of would assume all players are going fast
Okay.
casual. One interesting thing to me is though, and I would need to look at the stats. Do we have a KD of 0 for everyone? So Miss Reams pretty much just decided that since everyone is allied, we don't need any scouting and deleted the scout.
I see like they're also like trying to set up like trade routes and stuff, so
Yeah.
as the sweet music of people going up to ages kick in. There we go.
Going up to H's, JagWarrior and Narwhal already in Castle Age. 2 players still sitting in the Dark Age. Not too comfortable with the start on his map. Auriko even joining the Castle Age group right now.
I like the Dark Age. It's quite comfy. You don't have to worry about too much. It's just the right amount of level. Of just go down.
It has an interesting tension there. There is so much darkness on the map at this point. You see so little. It's kind of scary to know what might sit in the fog.
Well, if you can't see it, then it means it doesn't exist. That's my logic anyway. So, nothing to worry about. Good to see you as well, D1. Hey, D1, good to see you. I'm gravitating towards Petard as a player, I think. It's just the name Petard. It's just, we all love Petards. They go boom. Well, actually, maybe some people don't like Petards if, they take down your castle or something, but... who are you rooting for, or who do you have affiliation for in this game? Are you gravitating towards anyone, or are you just gonna let it play?
Well, mostly is Auriko as a rival from the brackets I've played in before.
And his king is out there being quite smug as well, so...
Well, he can sit there, he can feel quite comfortable there. There is no danger at that distance, unless someone starts talking a point. And then you kind of have to fight it back, or you move the king outside with the transport and going to another safe area. But I think fighting on pawns, especially early, is not really strong on this map, considering, well, there's a castle sitting and blocking like 1/4 of the whole thing, where your opponent can just retreat if they defend their pawn.
Have you seen Busfara Ulas? I'm probably not saying it right, but he's saying it's so stressful to ferry them all around. Is he talking about the villagers?
I think he doesn't mean the magical fairies, but the one you white with 2 asks to ferry them manually over and over to the land. But as you said, there is a choice to delete the town center if you are not up to that. Auriko still has a lot of buffaloes there, so even with the town centers added outside, it's nice to keep that one working.
I just seen Petard just garrisoned his king. Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, it might be that this king cannot exit anymore.
Oh no.
And you would have to delete the castle. I'm not sure. It really depends on the castle position. There's only 1 tile in between, so...
Maybe he might have just...
It's weird. It is not something you're used to. This is not a very standard type of generation.
Yes, because obviously you want safety, so you just naturally go in the castle. And next thing you know, you walk across the water, you go in the castle, and next thing you know, oh boy, I'm stuck. There's water all around me.
Yeah.
So Petard also said to Grey, "Hey Grey, can I count on you to not be imperialistic?" And Nope was like, "What do you mean imperialistic?" Oh, nice walls from Red. I'm quite fond of those. Narwhal.
I mean, it's kind of just a line that is. I'm not too much of a fan generally of walls like that.
No.
Like, what are you protecting right now? The attack from gray to green?
No, I think he's just making it look pretty for me.
Okay.
I think it looks pretty. I think that's the main thing in Age of Empires, look like as pretty as possible.
Why My will never went to trade. I think he wanted to send a villager to trade because everyone currently is setting up markets in the corners already. We see green and red having markets in the south corner, teal in the right-hand corner. The top is purple and blue, and to the left we have the yellow market. That's not a good position for the market though. That wood line is ugly.
But chatting to the Germans and blue, we're a team now. Resistance is futile. Petard's officially my favourite player of this game so far, but anything can happen, and anything will happen. What do you mean, blue? Ooh. Oh, he said it to the French person. Uh-oh. I am not friend with Orange. He didn't respond to me. Oh boy, I didn't expect to get like tension between German and French already, but... Jag.
We'll see if anyone has any plans, but currently, besides Busfahrer Ulus, there's not much military planned. People have monks on the map. Apparently in free for all, you want to focus on getting the relics first, because, well, relics, they are permanent gold generation, and free for alls are long games. Relics already give a lot of worth in short games, so
Ooh.
it's great to already have some of them down.
I like this whole, like, lore developing from the relic all of a sudden as well, like, like, you can just drop it back off to me when you will, and he's like, I'm Teuton, we're just meant to, we're meant to take the relics, that's our holy crusade. Oh boy, things are unraveling out quite a bit.
I mean, it's nice to set targets for yourself.
Yes, I'm gonna turn off the... Which one is it for the market? There we go.
Yeah.
Realised it was like blocking on my screen. I couldn't understand what was going on.
Good idea. Good events
and that's 5 TCs for nope. 5 TCs for nope. Which Petard was begging him not to be imperialistic, but seems otherwise.
And no one opted to delete their starting TC yet. Something that is nice, but it's also kind of a trap. You can build a castle if you delete your TC on that little island. Like, it feels nice to have a castle on there, and to have your king in that castle. It feels safe. But at the end, the king can't run anywhere if that castle is under threat.
Right.
But it is a possibility. Now, something that could be interesting, and that's something I definitely would like to see, as we have Teutons in the game. If you put a Teuton castle in the middle of the pond, research all the upgrades, and research Granulation and Imperial Age for an additional +3 range on castles. That might reach the whole pond.
Now, we've already got someone declaring war already, which I'm not sure if that was tactical or angry or...
Someone like playing war, Miss Weeps?
Declaring war on Petard, Auriko and Skilsu. Just out of those three.
I didn't notice anything in chat that hinted at someone wanting to wage war. Yeah, there was no communication for that.
You tell me. Oh, she's speaking up now. No, she's speaking. Every single time I see a king. Oh, now Skilsu did that thing. Just said, right, enough of the TC in the middle of Ireland. You're going. I'm gonna just, you know, not have to deal with you.
Mm-hmm.
That miss. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. We got 2 players out already.
5 players out. That is a desync.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a desync.
We had a crash restoring.
So now what happens? Because.
Oh yeah, there was the in the Regicide Rumble that T90 organized for pro players. They also played Houseboat, and that map script was definitely adjusted for Regicide. But that's literally just the 1v1 version.
Oh no. So What happens?
Well, they should be restoring, or Auriko is winning the 1v1 against Miss Reams. Because those are the only two players currently still in the game.
Alright, so a bit of a... Let's see in lobby. See the lobby chat, see what happens. The question about the Gajaras is just... There's just like a... There's just a ton of ruins. Because...
Well, someone decided to not do the thing anymore.
Yes.
Which is understandable. Okay, now I'm back in the game too.
Alright, everyone, we are back. Woohoo! Alright, so... Petard now. Petard's been very, like, talkative. So, hey, Grey, you and Blue are BOAF high-profile players. If I know Narwhal right, he is already rallying the troops against you. Ooh. If you need it, you have my army to defend you. Let's go. I'm seeing a lot of kings on garrison, be outside, be inside, shaking it about. So...
It can be a little bit more comfortable if the king is in a decent spot. Like, I don't like the king just sitting in the transport as it is for Skilsu right now. But maybe that's also not the worst spot to have it. Your opponents won't expect the king to just sit in the transport.
They also don't expect the king just to be right at the south part of the map.
Oh no, but at some point they might get there with their villagers because the terror is walled in and secure.
Boo. Alright, so Miss Weems is fixing the ally situation. She's becoming friends again with everyone. I think she was upset because a stone wall was interrupted by the houses, which, again, you complained about the houses too. You didn't like that.
Yeah, I just don't like the angle of the houses. It's not red protecting red, it's red kind of building a wall for green. Also, there are some issues with forward houses. Imagine someone comes in with a lot of ramps and just breaks through the houses. If you don't have enough houses in the back, you're going to feel that. You won't be able to stop it because you don't get a military on the field.
It's like the thing with the wolf and the sheep and blowing the houses. Wait, no, the wolf and the pigs and
Exactly.
I don't remember. You all know what I'm on about, so. I hope everyone's having a good day though. We're back into this, so. Fish boom for Auriko. Fish boom for everyone, right? Yes, okay.
Yeah. Fish boom for everyone. Some have it a little bit more efficient than others. We see some nice fish ships placed right next to docks, but we also see some areas where players just spam some fish traps and called it a day.
Every time I like look at a certain part of the map, like let's say Miss Weems for instance, and there's just nothing, my heart jumps a little bit. I'm like, oh no, has a king blown up or something? And it's just like, oh no, they just deleted their stuff. They just want a clean island. So this is exploding kings, so you gotta be really, really careful with your king.
Yeah.
And again, the only player so far to garrison their king in the castle is Petard, and again, we are uncertain if you... Because the castle's surrounded by water, you can garrison your units, so there's a high chance that he won't be able to ungarrison his king and he'll be stuck there forever. But there is like a one-tile space, so potentially he might, so it's a good question.
But there's a chance the castle just doesn't let you ungarrison units. But if you delete the castle, the king will just spawn into the water and any other unit that's inside of it. And then the transport can pick him up.
Oh, okay, so it's not like the end.
So he can get back out, but that would cost the castle.
Wow, this is so much building going on, so... Ooh. This is...
There's a lot of setup currently. The alliances are kind of panning out somewhat. I don't see anyone really scheming.
I got a feeling tensions are gonna start like flaring up just in a little while though. It feels like once the expansion starts like when they all get to the middle, it's like, okay, well, I want to place my buildings more. Talking to buildings, there are a lot of stables going up for grey. But nope. Oh, just trying to look around. Oh, we got pikemen preemptive. Is that like just preemptively the pikemen? Is that like a waste of resources or?
So I don't see any pikemen right now.
It was JagWarrior right in the bottom barracks who just upgraded the.
Oh, the upgrades. Just
Yes.
research the upgrades. Yes, yeah, you want to have the upgrades that when the fight starts that you are completely ready. You don't. At this point, you're pretty much just banking resources and getting all the upgrades that you can, just to be as versatile as possible the moment the fighting starts. So yeah, everyone should be researching upgrades as much as they can with all the resources they are not spending on increasing their economy.
Okay. And we have blue and red sharing the gold right in the center, being like. Just being kind, friendly for now. Yellow is strange, cause no clear yes, but he might be nice. Skilsu is friendly, leave them alone. So, do you think they're just looking at excuses right now to try and attack other people? Like, trying to, like...
Yes,
poke the bear.
I mean, currently they are just poking at
Yes.
who's allied with whom. Could they be our ally? Could they be an easy target that won't get defended if we go for them? Because soon we will get to the point where they think of where can we expand to, who is kind of in the way. The only person who really has military currently is Busfara Ulus, who has quite a few arbalests prepared. The question is, what for? Where will they go? And maybe it's just the first army to have on the field. The thing usually is you are waiting for conflicts to start or for conflicts to set up, and until then you want as much economy as possible to just bank those resources, to just get them on the hand. Because if we are looking at the resources that people have, like Auriko already has a formidable bank, but Narwhal, oh my god, that is a lot of food and gold. 12,000 food, 16,000 gold. And that's kind of where you want to sit. The moment fighting starts, you can remove a lot of your economy and you will be fine for a while to just produce.
Ooh, now you were talking about the castle in the middle with the king, and it seems like JagWarrior is actually going to do that. So, are you going to like sway more towards JagWarrior now? But then the house is kind of...
JagWarrior intentionally added a lot of docks just recently. I thought he wanted to do more fish boom, but now with the castle in the middle, that makes sense. The houses, your servants need to live somewhere. But I definitely prefer it on the island rather than the king in the south. And as I said earlier, I wanted to see the Teuton player to do this. I wanted to see the Teuton player to get Grand Nations. And just looking at the range of those castles, that is some sweet distance. No one is going to dock this pond.
Yes.
that is for sure.
I don't have the range indicators on, sadly, so...
Okay, they might be annoying for some players. I really like to see the range indicators because they can give a lot of information. But those student castles with the extra range, I like it. I like it. It's an underused upgrade because it is not that strong, but it's a fun one.
Okay, so chat, everyone in chat, who are you rooting for? Let's see who chat is rooting for. Let's see if they've got their own favourites, if they're secretly wanting their friends to die, they're secretly wanting their friends to win. Well, I don't know why you'd be secretly wanting your friend to win, but you should be wanting them to win, I guess. But I don't know. Sometimes it's better to have secrets, I guess. Well, it wouldn't be a secret if you say in chat. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's just know if you've got favourites. I want to see everyone's favourite in chat. But, and still talking about like teams and diplomacy, they're very... There is some like bit of preemptiveness strikes. So Videha says, I want to see Petard explode on Narwhal. Oh god, across the map. This is like one of those paintings. You just like these all like colours just splattered everywhere. Oh.
Currently, only 2 players are really marsing or preparing to mars military. Busfara Ulus, who already started to do so earlier with the Arbalest, is also adding war wagons. Now we need to pay attention, where are we producing those war wagons? If we select all castles, the castle in this lake will also produce them, and we kinda don't want that. But it seems like he's paying attention to that. And we also have Auriko, who has a lot of elephant archers in the queue. Obviously wants to stay on the high villages as long as possible, but the moment they are ready to start a conflict, a lot of those villages will get an aneurysm to free the pop space. So it seems like the north is much more ready to go for a fight, but Miss Reams also is starting to train those longbows now. Also, not training them from the castle in the lake. Nice attention to detail then.
Really going for some star points. Oh boy, there's just so much on the map, which... all it takes is
right
one.
now, the only thing we can really wait for is check what military is created. Has someone something that looks like a sniping army? JagWarrior might have thought of something at some point, but doesn't really commit to it. We see him staying at 200 pop, but he has those 2 trebuchets in the castle right next to red. And this might just be the hint of an idea to do something, because usually you add other military first before you add trebuchets. This might be part of sniping force for something, once he wants to commit. But generally, you only want to do stuff like that when other people already started the conflict, so it isn't kind of the center point of the attention.
Ooh, so this new castle going up in the south is like... So, you said about Jag having the trebuchets, he's now building the castle right next to Red, and Red has obviously noticed that and kind of like... Okay, hold on a bit, this is not good. Jag's not replying, so that's gonna make Narwhal a bit like angsty, maybe. So
those castles are important though. The thing with the castle he's building right there right now, it is multidimensional. Red also has castles like this. If you look, and the important part about them is they are in the trade route. With this, you kind of your friendship with your neighbor, because if you or them turn to enemy, you know the castle will kill the trade. You don't want it to happen, so you know you will be allied for a little bit longer for the trade to be safe.
yes.
And at the same time, you are securing the trade for later. If this turns out to be like a team game, the trade is safer against raids from the other side. So it's not a worst thing. It's kind of an expected thing to happen. So I wouldn't bother too much, especially at this point. If you are at 178 villages, like Narwhal is, you wouldn't care if that castle kills like the 20 villages that could be in its range.
Yeah. I'm just checking the locations of their kings. Got a few in town centre still. Oh, we got a king on the move. Okay, so Petard's king wasn't stuck in the water. That's probably good for Petard.
Okay, yeah.
Hey,
It really
Scrappy,
depends on
go.
how close the castle is to the water. So apparently if there's one tile in between, it still can be checked. And that is much more comfortable now moving the king back, because that castle was a little bit exposed. Just looking at Petard's base, considering he's named after unit you create from the castle, he has very few of them. But the cripples, that is a lot of cripples. Cripples is kind of the cheaper version of the castle. Can't create petards or trebuchets or any of the technologies. Can only create a unique unit. But it is a very fun unit to use, the comic. So
Yes.
I would assume this is going to be something we will see in Masters here.
So, Miss Weems, she went ahead and researched treason to see all the kings. Is that like something normal as well? Is that like maybe she's like trying to plot out a snipe? Or...
It shouldn't have done anything.
Oh, because they're allies, right?
They are allies. You only see your enemy's king. Usually, if you want to go for treason, you have to enemy the person whose king you want to see. So it's not that sneaky of a technology at all.
Oh boy. But yeah, I just want to say to chat, hello Scrappy Coco, so good to see you. You like Petard's name? Yeah, it's just one of those things, Petard. And Videa says, Narwhal doesn't need to be made any more angsty, which did make me laugh when I seen it. I just couldn't reply in time, so... And it seems like people are like, because Miss Weems has the lowest score, they kind of like, it seems like there's teams being made, but they all want to incorporate her into the team because of her low score, which is quite funny. But obviously it's just natural, like you want to, you know.
In general, you want to have the weaker players on your side because they think they are safe with you, so they're kind of allies that are not that threatening. But they definitely can go for snipes and surprise you that way. It all can always pan out. On the other hand, the strength of the player doesn't matter that much at this point because, well, you have big teams that will fight against each other, and a lot of players are very strong once they are allowed to actually set up their economy, which generally in games like this you are. Auriko was a 200 pop for so much longer, but pretty much everyone has gotten there in some way.
I like that Miss Weems is like, I have an army fit for a lord, and it's just like everyone, like she didn't really need to do that because everyone's like wanted to take her in anyway. So it's just like, I mean, it's funny. So
yeah. But talking about armies, people are kind of starting to set it up. Yes, Miss Weems has 65 longbows on the maps and 73 in the queue. JagWarrior has nothing really on the map but 136 paladins in the queue. No, those are horses. They ride on horses.
You freaking nerds. Oh boy. Our base, it's what remains of Houseboat. Still good to see you. We had a crash. I was like, okay. Well, I'm throwing you under the bus, Lorhey. Lorhey was like, blame our base. I totally was like, just, okay, it's our base's fault. But yeah, good to see you, our base. Yeah, thank you so much for your work on the...
Spreadsheet. Brackets.
Yeah, for some reason people just remain civil so far. Everyone's in no war modes, and it's just like... The mini map
that is how those games go. You kind of don't want to attack. If you attack, you are the aggressor and everyone kind of has you in the mind. If you defend, well, people will not think of you that much if you are the person to defend against the person.
Then I just read into our base's comment more. I just realised he said, so chaotic when you don't have players running kings into castles minute 1. Like a certain someone.
Yeah. Talking about the player in the color grey, we see Nope setting up barracks in Miss Reem's area. It's like some villagers there. He's setting up a lot of barracks there.
What can barracks really do though? Or is it just...
The thing is, if the longbows are somewhere else on the map,
oh yes,
the barracks can actually do a lot if they produce a lot of infantry, because infantry can melt castles.
Oh god, there's so much on the map.
Yeah, there's so much going on. There's so much communication going on. You're not on the hit list. They said prepare for blue. So they might be after blue. We see some Imperial Camels group in the middle. That might not be the nicest thing for Auriko. And they might start their move very, very soon. The Longbows and Imperial Camels are kind of grouped there.
And Narwhal says, alright, do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, everyone just suddenly... What's going on? There's just suddenly... We all won fights. We all won fights all of a sudden. Where did that just come from?
I just heard people die, and it was quite a few green villagers, it looks like, that just died. So the pop space for the Paladin has been freed. The production is going to start.
Food, please.
They're all just suddenly like, hold on, let's just have a war. And like our base is just flipping the switch again, like, guys, this is a war game. Like, what are you all doing? Come on.
Yeah, the Conics are being produced. The Paladins are in the queue. Busfara Ulu's the one who already had a nice army to begin with. Also has added siege onagers, and those are kind of my favorite siege onagers right here. Or there are a lot of different siege onagers that I like, but Korean siege onagers, they have a little bit more range than other civilizations, and even a little bit less range. They can pretty much attack ground themselves.
So, war breaks out,
The attack has begun. Yeah.
and unfortunately, it's Auriko. Who's getting attacked again early? Well, I would say
Auriko might have
early,
been the strongest
but,
player in the lobby,
yeah,
but
yeah.
here's kind of the issue going on right now. They didn't bring any siege. They kind of stood right next to a castle intending to attack that castle, and now they're like, but what do we do? A few villages died, well, that's just pop space Auriko that Auriko pretty much needs right now. Has an onager, a siege onager, with the elephants he has, and is trying to use that castle on the lake to kill those camels, and it seems like the camels are doing a decent job against the elephants here.
What will happen first? Oh, sorry, Blue. Oh. Saying sorry, Blue. Sorry. 1600 elo is scared. Right, Nabe says, what do you think will happen first? First player getting killed or him finishing the brackets? I think you're going to finish the brackets first.
Yeah, you're going to finish the bracket first. The supporting Conic army is here, but he hasn't enemied yet, so they are just passing. But we have Halberdiers out, and they are not really working that well together right now. The Longbow's kind of stuck on the wood line. They're just thinking, oh my god, there's trees. Not really getting to the camels, so the camels have to fight the Halberdiers. And with that, Red's army kind of went down. And the Conics are going for the Longbows. Longbows are just going to run. They can't really fight that one.
Oh boy, look at that. Yeah, I noticed that JagWarrior's like trying to make a dock in Busfara Ulus's pond. He wants to snipe, I guess. So this looks like fun. Yeah, this is like.
There is so much going on. We also have an army of longbows starting to move towards the trade on the right-hand side. They've sniped Auriko's trade because he was kind of trading towards the right-hand corner too. And they will move into Purple's economy there. And will be kind of a surprise.
Oh boy, this is like the ultimate caster test. Well, this is good. This is definitely gonna.
In the meantime, I don't know who Skilsu is aligned with currently. Hasn't enemy anyone. Is just standing there with all those elephants, same as Busfara Ulu's kind of just standing there. Only enemy is Miss Weems, but she's so far away and we're not moving. Want Auriko and Petard to kind of pay for the wall and just save as many resources as they can in the back. And that's kind of a sneaky thing. You can have your allies that are not fighting you, but they also are not really fighting against your opponents. They're just waiting. They're waiting that you get weaker, that you spend your resources, and then they step you in the back.
So much is happening right now, and Busfara Ulus has moved the king. Oh. There's a sneak dock going. I don't know how sneaky it was. It's up now, and then JagWarrior is just.
Yeah, the green dock there. That was a nice spot there for him. And
Nope is just destroying stuff with two-handed swordsman. So it's another thing. So good to see as well, Zadi.
They seem to be on stand ground because they're just getting killed by longbows right now.
Wait, are we gonna see a king go down? I'm trying to find the king.
I'm trying to check it, yes! Because the Red King in the on the right hand side is in the castle, it's under threat from the champions. The king should run, and I think the king ejected. Or did he? I'm just not seeing a flag. Yes. Oh, the king is there a tower behind us?
Oh, the king moved to the town center in time.
The king moved to the town center. Okay, I never saw it move, but yeah, there was a tower. There was a tower hidden behind the castle. The T90's stretched.
Oh, sneaky.
I was wondering why there wasn't a flag on that castle. But yeah, we're building another castle there, and we don't. We have the hand cannoneers now at home, and they are starting to clear the champion, so that's quite nice. But the Conics are there. Then the Conics will try to go for the snipe again, try to pressure the castle.
I will say as well that the Petards, Petard, not the Petards, but Petards went through and destroyed JagWarrior's monastery to knock the relics out. So it's kind of funny, but still no one's dead yet. We're how long are we into the game? About almost an hour now. Maybe like 50 minutes, but
1 hour 12 minutes of in-game time.
and no one's
Multiplied by 0.7.
no one's
Oh,
dead.
no, not different.
Despite all this war breaking out still, no one is dead somehow.
Yeah, the ponds are quite safe, and in addition to that, they also create very safe areas where people have a lot of space to build up. But at this stage of the game, usually most of the people are alive unless you have someone who is really aggressive early on. Which generally sets them back too much to win the game. And those players here seem to aim for the win.
So I heard the sound of trebuchets near Miss Weems, and then I was like, oh, they're her trebuchets.
It's she's clearing up those barracks, but at the same time, there was a fight in the trade. The Conics were fighting in the trade. Didn't probably get too much of it. Were cleared by the Imperial Camels and the Longbows.
This is so like.
Yeah, there's so much going on. And the most important part is people are thinking of doing sneaks that other players might not notice. Now try to notice that sneaks are happening when you have so much more attention to, so many more things to pay attention to. I guess there's a slow push going on in the middle right now. Auriko leading the charge with siege elephants and a lot of halberdiers. Supported by some grey elephants and green paladins as the opposing faction, but they're not fighting each other. They're pretty much just clearing some production there. There is no direct clash going on.
Well, Mr. Weems says, "Grey, I am sorry you forced my hand. I like the color grey." Oh boy. Oh boy. I like the color teal.
Orange and yellow are fighting.
Oh, saucy.
Orange is not fighting back. Orange hasn't animated yet.
Oh
Those
no.
siege onagers are going to die before they do anything.
Oh no, no. Phew.
They have allied. What? I think. Okay, I think Orange was moving his army into Yellow's territory. Yellow was just chasing them out. There's a lot of insecurity going on right now, but also a lot of Paladin are starting to gather in Yellow's territory with some ramps in addition to that.
Ooh. And it seems the bully.
Is something planned.
The bully, after all, is being. That's a lot. Scrappy Coco says hello to you as well. Lorhey.
Hello there, Scrappy Coco.
Jeez, this is just so much units, it's insane. As we see Petard's Conics just kind of run into their deaths or something, I don't know. They're going, but oh. Unfortunately for JagWarrior, he's attacking a castle with a war wagon in.
Yeah, but at this point it's not about killing the king. At this point it's about destroying as much infrastructure as you can, and once the cardinal's gone, it's getting more expensive to replace those. And it's why the king won't be able to hide anymore in the future, so that's nice. So that push is going on. Do we have any army nearby? Yes, we have a lot of army nearby, actually. Some nice shots with the siege onagers, but we need to pay a lot of attention to not kill the siege onagers themselves. There's some halberdiers there trying to protect them, but the paladins might get some of those snipes. Auriko coming to the help, but Auriko being here means the push is not continuing. It means the middle is kind of stalled out, and Nope is kind of the one dealing with Miss Weems and with Narwhal at the same time.
And it's funny because like JagWarrior and Auriko are both friends, so you think, you know, they might be friends, but it seems not. And now they go at each other's throats. Uh-oh. I'll be with you, says Busfara Ulus. Jag, says Narwhal. Snip yellow. That's what JagWarrior's been. Well, not really a snipe, but this is chaos. Absolute chaos.
Yeah, yellow is just holding back. There is absolutely no gain in keeping yellow as an ally. He's not attacking you, but he also won't help you. He's kind of just a gateway for the enemy's units to walk to you. So you want that gun. You want to play a gun because he will turn on you the moment he sees you weak enough to turn.
Now, yeah, is this in terms of like, it's probably going to be yellow, right? Because the yellow is just getting sandwiched. Troops all in their base. It's just chaos down there.
But are the troops really fighting them? Okay, yeah, he's fighting green right now. Okay, he's fighting the green paladin. So he has chosen a side at this point. That is good to see. And with 168 elephant archers in the queue. Oh my, that's a
also
lot.
Miss Weem's king is just sat out.
Oh no, that's not good. The conics are right there, pretty much coming in from both sides.
Oh
but
no!
I think they only have the longbows in their vision. But if they are patrolled from the south, or if Petard pays any attention, that king is going down. And this is the execution squad.
Oh,
The king Miss Reams went out first. And we see one of the classic moves, deleting your units the moment you kill the king.
Totally wasn't purple. I was like,
No,
purple's just...
it's not about that. It's not about that. It's about you don't need your military there anymore. You need your military at a different place as soon as possible.
Okay.
And you can afford it. That's generally the thought that's going on there. And the explosion is coming in a second. There we go.
Phew, finally
That's
some space.
a lot of area again.
Yeah.
And that, I mean, the markets were destroyed. The markets are destroyed, so the trade doesn't run there anymore anyways, but if they would build up the trade there again, that opened a lot of space to get that trade.
Everyone in chat just put like, GG's to Miss Weems, the first victim of this. Oh.
Yeah, it can be really daunting to keep track of where your king is in those kind of games. There's so much going on. Often enough, you completely forget that there even is a king in the game, and you're just fighting. And if you don't have the hotkeys, and I don't have the hotkeys, I just have to remember where the king is whenever I play something like that. Then it's really difficult to find it.
Now Narwhal is I think Narwhal's gonna try and like explode somebody. There's a castle right there. Oh, Narwhal's gone. Narwhal, maybe?
No, that's his ally.
Okay, so... Yeah.
Green and red are allied, and green is in a kind of a stronger position.
But I think Narwhal's just gonna delete the king.
No, not in his ally's face. Unless he maybe wants to go for yellow. But I think he just wants to hide the king in a better spot. Because it feels threatened. Grey is pushing really hard from the side. The fight is with purple is happening right in front of the base against red. So I kind of have to think, where is my king safer? Maybe he wants to go for a snipe though. He hasn't garrisoned it anywhere. Though we hear that treason has been researched, and generally the move you want to do, once treason is researched, move your king. That's kind of a game. Whenever you hear the treason sound, move it to a different castle. Move it to a different spot. But this king is not running into a castle. This king is running to the front. So you are correct. This is kind of a desperation move. And it's kind of a needed desperation move. If red and green work together, they are seen bigger threat. But if red dies and would send green all their resources, then green should be at a point to negotiate. Red is allied with yellow. Yellow is allied with red.
So
the king can just run through. The king just passed through a gate. Yellow should just let it live.
Yeah,
no, yellow, you're
killing
it right next. That king wouldn't have. That king would have gone to orange. No, it's in your base, and at least yellow notices that, and he runs their king away. But say goodbye to this nicely set up fishing economy. It's gone.
Disaster. Oh, GG's in chat for Skilsu. No, not Skilsu.
Yes. Green now needs to work on convincing the others that he is not the enemy. They're all still his enemies. They are pushing him, but he has to fight 1v4, 1v5 currently, and I don't like the chances.
Yes.
But the thing you can say here, you want someone to be your ally, and you know, if someone becomes your ally,
Yes.
And start sniping their teammates, then you are in kind of a better spot because you're alone. The question is, how are the others going to split up, or are they really just pushing green to the death?
And JagWarrior says, "Can you talk now? I'm alone." He says I'm alone to Narwhal.
Yes.
Yikes.
Now still had so much military on the map and so many resources. He could have sent those resources to the LA before he went in there.
Yes.
Like 10,000 gold, 25,000
Why,
wood,
though?
13,000 food. Send it to the one guy who was on your side. Other than that, there's nothing JagWarrior can do if he has to fight all of them. Create a bunch of Ken galleons, set them onto your dock, and
the king, Busfarah's king. Busfarah's is king. The Trebs are hitting the castle, and the elephants are right
Auriko
here.
is starting to turn to turn on the others. Here we go. And the king is dead.
Wow, another one. We're just starting to drop like flies here.
A nice snipe. And one of the most important parts about the snipe. Oh no. Busfarah Ulus had the time to turn, so the structures are enemies. But sometimes you can manage such a snipe fast enough that the opponent doesn't even manage to turn.
And then delete their stuff.
And you don't need to delete their stuff. Their stuff is still good for you. It works for you. Their markets are still nice for you.
Well, that was a lot of markets
yeah.
which just got eradicated, so GG's in chat for Busfarah.
Players out of the game. That was quite a sneaky snipe going on there.
Now, Petard is... Do you think Petard's in the strongest position here?
I think Petard is in the position where you should ask, how did Busfarah just die?
Yes.
Like that's the question people should have at this point. And oh yeah, someone deleted the buildings. Oh no, Busfarah Ulus was allied to Auriko. I thought it showed the point as enemy.
Maybe somebody's CPU was running too hot. No.
Then yeah, Auriko just deleted some of those defensive structures. Wouldn't have done that though if he's still allied. Those structures at least fight the enemies he had before, not you. Also, you can hide in the castles of dead players then, which can be quite nice.
Petard declared war on Busfarah. Okay. Narwhal says that did not go as I had it planned. I don't know what like Narwhal was really trying to do apart from explode. But then, how did we end up getting teamed? Are we really more of a threat than we're 600 blue? Mad. Well, to be honest, it was a lot of like people just scared of JagWarrior maybe because of all the paladins and just the excursion he went on, and you know, I don't know. What's your take on that?
I mean, I think he did actually were in the weaker spot. It was kind of a 3 versus 5, the way it was set up. Yellow was kind of more neutral and not on the side of anyone until they were passing the base, the terrain.
When the time comes,
But
I will have to go against blue. Says nope.
Yeah. The thing is, the time already is there. Would be nice to get that snipe onto the king, but where is it hiding? Well, in the castle in the back that is completely undefended.
Yeah,
The thing that is currently going on is trade, and trade is a lot of dots of certain colors running through your base over and over, and you're so used to see those colors run through your base. An army just with the same colors just moving with that trade.
yeah, it's so
Can
difficult.
stay quite hidden.
Yeah. So JagWarrior is just taking out trade, but anyway.
Yeah, we just have so many armies standing in front of JagWarrior's base. It's kind of a sad thing to see.
Auriko is moving like bombard cannons and elephants, and obviously it's gonna be a big wall here. But
Yeah, the cannons are fighting back, but if we get a nice volley onto them, they are expensive and they're going down. Just look at them, there's quite a few ships sunk there. As long as we have default production, which we do not have, we can supply new bombard cannons.
And now JagWarrior must be feeling very alone right now as 2 armies.
All JagWarriors can hope for right now is also more snipes to happen, and should kind of working on inciting those snipes to happen.
Kind of scary to have like 3 armies right in front of your door, but this is the perfect time, I think, to snipe, right? Because they all think, okay, we're working together in tandem, and then, well, Nope space is fine. Petard space is fine. Auriko space is fine. JagWarrior space, eh. Yep.
You don't even want to kill JagWarrior here if you are in a strong position. You want your allies to fight JagWarrior while everyone starts getting a little bit weaker.
Yeah.
You don't want to get to a point where people start thinking, okay, all our enemies are dead. Who's going to be the next guy we need to attack? So just prolonging the fight is not a bad thing here, because that lets you get into position to do some snipes, or maybe even get into position to expand into areas that have been cleared, to have a second base to retreat to.
Some more German in the chat.
Kein Eis, wir schaffen das. Do not fear, we can do this.
And Auriko saying green has been a dirty liar. Oof. I would consider giving him a second chance so we can fight grey, but he's too bad. Wow. When Monday. Good to see we are on the same page. Oh boy, JagWarrior, the bully, is currently being bullied, and yikes! This is just not you can't deal with this. You're gonna.
No, you can't.
Unfortunately,
you can try to hold as long as you can. 10 galleons have plus 60 damage against mounted units, so they should deal decent amount of damage, but not enough.
How do you feel about green? Ooh, so we're gonna have. I think we're gonna have a 2v2 here, right? Because obviously, pink has worked with grey to say, okay, we're gonna take out blue. Now yellow and blue are maybe teaming up, so they might like. But to be honest, I would rather like. Yellow still feels pretty weak, but I don't know.
Then that's why you want yellow to be on your side.
True. So
you want to take out the strong players.
Yes.
Work yourself down, and if you end up with yellow as your ally in the end,
then you can just easily
kind of feel much safer than if it were like purple, who has all those grapples in their base that you would have to push through.
And Petard is just making sure. I don't like. I was gonna say it's part of diplomacy, right? But Petard is very safe. That much we can see. Like nobody wants to green bad. You know, actually, JagWarrior maybe should have made an attempt at least to do some diplomacy, but he's been quiet. He's just been on his island, just kind of looking over, peering over the wall. Like,
diplomacy is such a difficult thing to do.
Yeah.
I tried it recently, and I learned that it's not something I should ever try again. That's a fun setup. We have a lot of keeps added to the castle on the lake. Wants to hold the position as long as possible. Is trying to add more ships. There's a lot of skirmishes. Pretty much one of the best answers we have against the elephants. So we also would have siege onages.
GG's Narwhal as well. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And the remnants of your base. Sorry. You got to, Zardi. You got to.
I just love to see someone set up some military at home to prepare for a snipe.
It really does feel like Auriko is super exposed here, but again, nobody just really is not taking advantage of this.
Yeah.
Thank you, Narwhal. I mean, JagWarrior has like held up pretty long against this, but it's just a war of attrition. You're just being ground down.
Yeah, and you're fighting against 4 times the economy you have. So there's not really something you are going to attrition against. I don't know how to say it.
Well, the problem is, even if he should have like built a transport to at least try and do something with his king, but his king's stuck on the islands, and
you can still try to do it, but the way you're defending it, you kind of want to see how far you can get with the setup, I think. We need to get out fast. He's probably with blue. Petard and is trying to scheme with grey against. They wanted to 2v1 Auriko, not really risk it with the snipe on Auriko and risk it with the snipe in yellow instead to secure the 2v1 at the end, which is quite a nice idea.
Say, maybe JagWarrior's king is safe in the castle, but just send your king over and then boom your king, and then he'll die. No, then you'll die as well, but still. But no.
Yeah, the thing is, he would probably want to send it to someone who's in a strong position. Booming yellow is kind of a waste here. He already got boomed, is not the strongest player of the team right here. If he could somehow get to Auriko, that would be insane. Generally that would be go along the left hand side and try to sneak in with trade cards through a gate.
Yeah.
But you need to do that undiscovered. Which you could do. The opponents think you are completely stuck on that island. If you kind of get a transport out, unload the king somewhere. There's a chance that you get quite far before anyone even thinks.
So, I'm gonna need your help to translate that. Du contest bei Gelegenheit blau toten, I guess.
You könntest bei Gelegenheit blau töten. You could kill blue at the opportunity. I guess. I guess was English for was German for I guess. Which is not how we say it in German, but
I feel I'm a natural at German. True, aber es kann nur einen Sieger geben und das ist einer von uns. See, nailed it, first go.
There are a few more than yeah, there can only be one winner, and that's one of us.
I was trying to get this castle up and it just gets hit by cannon galleons. Grazerst. Oh, so funny.
Ray is going for a castle right next to Auriko's king castle.
I gotta give it to JagWarrior. It's just typical. Like, he knows he's dead, but he still does it. He's the type of person like, I know I'm dead, but I'm not giving up. I'm gonna die on this hill.
Even if you don't know or see a way to win the game at all anymore, or to boom someone with your king. Just sitting there making opponents spend resources and are shouting at them, come on, kill me, I'm just waiting for you. It's kind of a moment that you're playing for. And he shares a lot of resources. He doesn't have any gold anymore, which is kind of a bad thing for Teutons. Teutons, the only civilization that can't even upgrade their scout cavalry. So we don't even have light cavalry to fight with if we are just going for trash force. It will be skirmishes, not really good skirmishes, and halberdiers that we have to switch to, but the last paladins will be going down.
Now, if you go up to Auriko, there's a castle being built right next to his king place.
Yes, that castle that was just built. Grey is moving on with those villages. Where are they going? Maybe, and that would be a fun thing. They are going to build walls that you can't escape this area.
Ooh.
That's something I would like to see.
Sorry.
And the castle, it's not doing anything for now. But it is quite suspicious. You have it right next to your king.
Yes. Still pretty funny from JagWarrior.
And in the king castle of Petard, there are few trebuchets waiting and in production.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's going to be a sniping force. But you would kind of wait. At this point, I would kind of wait. Grey is very open with the aggression towards Auriko's king.
Yes.
So if Auriko spots that, I mean, Grey should be the one going for a kill attempt here with that setup. If Auriko spots that, Purple can just lay back and have those two fight it out against each other.
No, yeah, so why are the relics on the outside of the monastery? Oh, he's making a monk, so he's going to plonk it back in, but
Yeah,
what happens
can
is...
bring this back in. There's also two relics quite close where Red was before.
Yeah.
So that would be really nice to have, and with that goal we could get back onto producing some Paladin. The Paladin are seemingly doing quite nicely against the Elephant Archers. And a push, even if it's 3 players, is still not going that fast. It's quite a nice position for green, and that's a really nice position for the people scheming against each other in the team. Biggest issue right now, there's quite a few idle villages of Auriko next to that grey castle. And if Auriko just clicks the idle villager button to check his economy at some point, he might see that something is kind of sus here.
Okay, so the trebs are on the move. Slowly.
Traps are on the move. I don't like it. Where are the units that are supposed to snipe the king?
And maybe he's hoping to just kill the castle and then have the Nope's castle kill the king, but...
That doesn't cover enough area. Depending on how the king is ejected.
Yeah.
Generally you want to have the gather point of that castle right onto the next castle.
Maybe it's like, because these are slow moving, they won't notice. Alright, Scrappy Coco, have a good one.
Okay, a lot of purple trade has just been killed. From purple. To create the pop space for Conics. Conics are flooding in. The snipe will happen in a second.
Oh, okay, there we go, yeah.
You don't want to wait there. You don't want to wait there. Start setting up the trebuchets. Set into enemies and start doing it. You don't want to be that suspicious. And the king is on the move. The king is running. And there's nothing really to protect it. But we missed it. We barely missed it. We didn't pay enough attention. The king is gone. The snipe has failed.
Wow. Again, yeah.
And
the Conics are so desperate.
Now wait a lot of time.
Yes.
Now, what should happen now? A lot of blue units at the front should just die. Trade the pop space for military at home. And start to fight the in-war. That king is still running, and now the gates for the trade are blocking the Conics, so they couldn't actually chase it. But people should still know where it is. It's running through yellow space. Orange space, I mean. And everyone in the team should have vision on that. That reason has been researched. I don't see who did that, but I would believe it should have been Petard who was
Petard
chasing
did
the
it.
king.
Oh, and the king just goes in the castle and is now very comfy again. For now.
Not even that comfy. That castle is at the front. That castle is where all the production of Grey is.
Oh, yikes.
And more castles for blue are going down. The economy for blue is going down. The trebuchets will be an expensive investment. But with this, the trade is kind of dead. The push on green should end quite soon. There's only yellow really fighting that anymore.
Yes.
Green should be able to reboot. Even get at those other relics. Now has 5 relics in their base.
Holy cow.
And yeah, should be ignored for a while. That's quite a nice spot to be in, and that's why you kind of hang in there.
And the Conics are angrily hitting the castle.
The Conics are hitting the castle and there's no military nearby. Where's all the military, Auriko? We have a lot of health, but they're not where they are needed. And
maybe.
the king is running again.
Oh no.
And the Conics are not paying attention to the king. Now they're trying to chase the king. And the first few hits are coming in a second. First hit has been done.
Oh,
Second hit
no.
has been done. The king is stop moving. The king stop moving when they get hit. You need to constantly click your king. And it died.
Boom. I think maybe Auriko, when he was garrisoned in the castle, he had that brief moment of time. Maybe he could have like messaged Skilsu saying help. I mean, of course, it's just gonna delay the
Well,
inevitable.
at last, JagWarrior is really
Wow, they really are
enjoying
bitter.
that.
They really are bitter enemies.
And that should be far enough that Skilsu is not really threatened yet. Didn't even get a single cast of Skilsu. Auriko out of the game, got betrayed by his allies, was too strong for his own good. Was he though? Nope. Seems like a nice story.
It
But-
was time to slaughter you all. Jag, you might not want to be saying that right now. Ah. He just sees the army come back and he's like, oh no, me and my mouth, damn it.
Yeah, and Yellow is not attacking anymore. Yellow has now turned onto Grey and is starting to destroy all the production
Oh,
that's in his
yikes.
face, which, yeah, you don't want to have that there. But it's not a good spot for Yellow. There's not that many castles, they're in a dangerous area. Purple is coming in with the Cornix and might try to end it as fast as possible. The infighting is going on, but I still think that Purple and Grey might stay allies until the very end. And JagWarrior is just sitting back and enjoying that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Just got
time
his
to build
binoculars out.
something up again.
And he's like, hold on, wait a minute, these conics are getting a bit too close again. Uh-oh.
See, now we're that way. Really, no, you.
Narwhal is dead, leave him alone. He's just dull. Narwhal just revives from the dead. But,
We see, yeah, the new task that is being set up for JagWarrior. He wants to be able to reborn, but Purple is already coming in with the comics, trying to put an end to that. And that could be dangerous. JagWarrior doesn't have much economy left if he loses those villages and town centers. It is absolutely no way to come back into the game.
KP boys, let's go! Oh, they didn't do well, they're dead.
Yeah. Besides the one KB boy who stands in the lake right at the entrance of the castle, pretty much just at the stairs and thinks, I don't want to
Oh,
walk
yes.
through the water. It's kind of wet outside, I'm just staying here.
Oh. He's just baiting all the conics into being knocked off their horses, because they can't walk on water, but he can.
Yeah.
Bist du noch mit der Grau verbündet? Yeah.
Are you still allied to Grey?
I like this. This is good. This sea security. Oh! Oh, we just got a betrayal! Nope declared war on Petard.
Not like they've won Petard, but
Oh,
wasn't set up for the actual snipe?
suddenly they've become
Oh,
friends.
yeah, because Petard is building docks on Nope's Lake.
Ooh.
And it's actually quite a few docks already. The fourth dock just now going down, but nothing in production, so... Timings, it's all about timings. You don't want to set it up and then wait a while.
Oh. I don't trust Petard. Not at
Well,
all.
I don't think anyone trusts anyone anymore.
That's true.
It is the most trustworthy player. JagWarrior kind of lost everyone who could trust them. But can be happy that everyone is kind of fighting everyone at this point. Call me again. Back at 29 villages from being down to 13. That's quite nice. Reboom is happening.
Also, GG's in chat for Auriko. I forgot to say that. Well played.
Yeah. And Auriko now has 2 relics in his base that are up for grabs. Even 1 relic in front of the base. So if people notice that, that's kind of free gold. On the other hand, we still have Nope trading all the way to on the top. And yeah, that's really nice for him to have that going. Honestly, Green should also trade. Green has red markets in his base, so he could place a market somewhere else to trade back.
JagWarrior's busy building mills.
Yeah. I mean, JagWarrior needs to set up the economy again. And adding trade cards is a good thing to do that. But Yellow still isn't done with Green. Yellow really has different things to deal with though. It's trying to fight off Grey. But it's also trying to push a little bit towards Green. Those trebuchets should go down though, if JagWarrior just sends a few skirmishes. And Petard, even with the sniper camp, still sending conics all the way to the south? I'm not really sure about that.
Yeah. I just like the conics have a crunch sound, unlike Tarkin's. Yep. Honestly, I think we all thought that Yellow was going to be like the first to die. That's just amazing how Yellow is still. Well, even Green shouldn't. Yellow and Green have no business being alive, but they are. So, well, I guess you know.
Yeah, Green was fighting really well to survive this whole time. But that's what it's about. Get enough time so the others start losing their patience and start fighting each other.
Yeah.
And while the paladin numbers are down, we only have skirmishes here. I think we'll not be dealing with conics in any way. JagWarrior needs other units to kind of defend himself. Do we have the resources? We don't have the resources though. Absolutely no resources on hand for JagWarrior. Auriko has banked so much, but well, there's not of any use. Yellow also not really in a strong position. Petard, on the other hand, 50,000 wood, 40,000 food, 12,000 gold.
Oh, Petard snuck some trebuchets in and knocked the castle down.
Castle is down, the king is out of position, but those trebuchets could have continued. They could have tried to snipe the king. And they are doing that. They moved a little bit forward. Those trebuchets are queued onto the king.
Let's go! Oh no, not the ships. Oh!
Oh! Hit with a big rock. And once again, we're going for the delete, which is kind of annoying if you are Bulgarians because you have to delete your units twice.
Dunk! Well, kaboom! Petard, Maids, JagWarrior, lower. GG's in chat. The JagWarrior, who's now, well, no castle, no towers, no nothing. Now Yellow. It was nice, yeah, it was nice having you in the game, Yellow. Hi, Clocky. But, here's...
Now Yellow, he says, while he is starting to create cannon galleons in 4 docks that are around town center where the enemy king is stored in. I wouldn't feel safe as Nope on that little island. That king should kind of get away from there.
Yeah. Gelb
Yeah, he wants Yellow to do treason to tell him where Grey's king is, just to be sure that it's in that town center.
So yeah, I am looking at the dock of Nopes, and there are cannon galleons being made now.
Yeah, those docks, they are producing. Each of them has 2 cannon galleons in it. This town center won't stand at all. It's going down. And even if the king escapes, all those Grey castles would go down to cannon galleons. Yellow can't afford it though. He wants Yellow to get treason. Well, treason costs 400 gold. Oh, Yellow's buying, Yellow's selling, Yellow is selling, and sold all the food he had and barely didn't get there.
Oh boy.
Okay, he has 400 gold. Treason should come in any second now. But he kind of needs to defend against the champions that are currently battering down one of the castles. Should be able to do that though. Treason has been used.
Oh, and here we go.
The town center goes down, the king must dodge, the king must dodge. The fire galleys are coming out, but we are not enemies yet. The king is dodging, the king is dodging. We have a transport there, the transport should move
It
in.
got hit, it got hit.
We are focusing, he focused the transport, that's quite a nice shot there. And with the transport gun, the king now has to dodge, and this is kind of an important session of dodgeball right now. King isn't going to get anywhere, the cannons are focusing down the docks, because if we get other units out, and we are getting other units out, galleons are in the production, they are going to be able to hit the king much more reliably. And the king must dodge. We don't have any transport in the queue. He's trying to dodge the ballistic missiles, and he's doing it. Absolutely no hit coming in. Nice defense from Nope there. Defenders standing strong, but those stocks, they're still producing. And if any galleys come out and are able to snipe the king, well, that can be very dangerous.
Still not over
It's still
yet.
not over yet. Still not over yet. Not a single shot coming out though. The defense is going strong. Defense is going strong. With this,
Petard said, "We're gonna kill your king," and he said, "Nope." For now, oh, demo. Oh, it's not gonna.
yeah, the demos won't do
Not gonna
anything
cut,
against
yeah.
the king, and not against this mass of fires. That was the nice spot, just in time from Nope there. And with this, I mean, the king is kind of safe on there. I kind of would let him on it. The transport is a nice addition, but now I would kind of just hide the transport behind the castle.
Yes.
Gonics are in, we need a military at home. The question is, where is the military? Where are Grey's numbers? And they aren't there, they aren't existing. Why are we only at 100 pop? We have a lot of resources. We all should continuously stay at 200 pop. We can't fight back if we don't have any military. But all the production, if we select from all the production we have, we would produce so much at once. But it would be so far away from our main base.
Okay, there are elephants coming out, but so little elephants.
So little elephants. Yeah, there's not much in the queue. Nope, does not have the queues. He should for the reasons he actually has access to. And instead of fire ships, I would definitely prefer to see some galleons. Though I'm honestly not too sure about the Burmese dock tech tree. If they get the ships they need here. And Petard is moving forward with trebuchets, maybe trying to get a trebuchet snipe onto the boat, but that one has moved a little bit out of the way. Should be in a safe spot. Where is the production though? Nope has the resources. Nope can produce. It's definitely not house with all those castles with... Where's the houses? I mean, okay, there's a bunch of houses at the front, but if we lose those houses, then they are our only pop space, that's not good. The queuing is not happening fast enough.
Yeah.
Trebuchets are moving around, they might be able to spot the transport. If they get a snipe onto the transport, that
I think they're gonna hit the weak castle instead, though.
Yeah, I think they're going for the weak castle. We're just clearing everything we can right here, right now.
Yep.
I think... Are they hitting the castle? No, they're hitting the house behind the castle.
Skilsu's gonna get the king! Skilsu's got the king! And yellow ends up...
What?
But now yellow is in a predicament.
But he landed the king? Oh no, he was in such a nice spot. All he needed to do is actually produce. He had the production. He had the resources.
Narwhal says Jag GG. Very
Just
old.
needed to spend them. Just needed to spend them all and go back to 200 pop. Yeah, with this, Skilsu against Petard, base goes down. Ich würde dir den Win geben. I would give you the win. You have a difficult game behind you.
Hey Ramaranik, so good to see you. Yeah, this has been a it's been a session. Didn't expect it to go this long, especially with the map we chose and.
I mean, especially with the map we chose, it goes that long.
Yes.
So
At one
maybe we
point-
can just be safe on their pond.
Yeah. At one point, the whole map was just literally completely coloured in just everyone's units and troops and. Now we just get a weird moment where.
A weird moment of silence for all the fallen kings.
And Petard is still like killing Grey's units, just in anger that he's probably because he didn't get the kill.
Yeah, I really didn't see that snipe happening. That transport was in a quite nice safe spot. They really had the resources to produce it, what they needed.
So both kings are just chilling out, living life.
Oh,
Oh,
and
the
we
arenas
have
are
the
being made.
setup
Okay.
of the arena, yeah.
Nice. We got a good old arena. This is prey. This is nice. This game kind of went on for a long time, and like it's almost 10 p.m. I'm struggling to stay awake. Say it's
Yeah,
nearly
it's
my
11
bedtime.
PM
but-
already
Yeah.
for me.
So what is it? 11:52? No, 10. Yeah, 11:50.
10:53 here.
Oh boy.
So nearly 11.
Yeah. And in case you didn't know, co-caster's Lorhey, I did say. It's been a really fun time. And as I say, I do want to like do this a lot more often, and it's just felt good with the WWC2 maps. But yeah. And thank you so much for helping us set this up, Narwhal. It's just been so fun, so great. Really enjoyable.
It'd be really interesting to see what happens with free for all on Stranded. The King of the Hill on Stranded. Ooh. All of units just having heart attacks, aneurysms, or whatever just makes you fall over.
I like the Skilsu's made the arena. Skilsu's king is there. Petard's just like, eh.
I mean, Petard is moving one trebuchet over. It's not moving the king yet. Maybe the trebuchet is trying a preemptive snipe. There's always the thing. You're not obliged to be on a full in the end. It can always be a nice twist if one player just snipes the other. For
Oh, boy.
getting the king out in such a situation.
Okay,
But
the king is out. Phew.
the king is on the move. Second trebuchet is staying nearby for some reason. Do we have yellow trebuchet on the move? Nothing coming yet. I'm really hating the asymmetry of lacking the gate in the one wall. That's definitely a point deduction. Okay, thank you.
There we go.
Damn.
Point regained. That was really getting to you, I could tell. That's funny.
Yeah. It was against the symmetrisches Torbaugesetz. So the symmetrical gate building. What was that? Sometimes I forget. Law? Yeah, probably. Words are difficult.
Okay, so chat, who do you think's gonna win? Skilsu or Petard?
With the current amount of trebuchets, I would say it kind of goes towards Petard. But if Skilsu sets it up and just shoots right now. Okay, the thing with trebuchets, and we see that often enough in T90 community games. At first, the trebuchets are not in range to actually do much here. I don't know what they are actually setting up. This is a new thing. Sometimes you see people trying to attack ground kill the king of an ally. Trebuchets do not deal any damage to units that are allied to them. So attack grounding doesn't do anything. If we see that, that might take a while until they maybe notice that trebuchets aren't doing anything.
Narwhal says they don't know what they're doing.
No one ever does when they get to this stage of the game. It always takes so much longer than people think. What even is happening? We have some weird attack rounds going on. They are not enemies to each other, so they cannot kill the king.
Oh, yeah.
This is so random, right? I mean, if they're enemy now, you wouldn't even know which trebuchet is shooting from your team. This is a different kind of ending. What is the plan?
I think we need more traps.
Oh, that's kind of a little bit unbalanced for skills.
Yeah,
or
there seems to be way more traps with Petard. Ay.
I guess this is just the fireworks.
Oh,
and traps are going down. We still have one more trap for Petard, and Skill is a little bit away from big part of the ring, so I. Just coming up.
Oh, there we go. Maybe.
They're still
Let's go.
allied, so they cannot kill each other. Oh, did they enemy? Did I miss them?
Oh, there we go. No. They're enemies now. So this is it. This is this is interesting.
It's one more trebuchet for Petard, so.
So Petard, if Petard wins, never trust him.
I guess I disabled the notifications when they enemy.
Okay. Now it's gonna be like 5 minutes later, and they're gonna be like, this isn't working.
Because they should have a different symbol if they are enemy. I think.
Hi Alcatraz as well. Sorry, I did see you. I meant to say hi earlier.
Yeah, now that they can't warn each other, that is.
So how's everyone's day going?
I mean, that's how it usually goes until they start sending a villager, making the cage a little bit closer.
It was a lot of A+ for
And the hit is in.
There we go. How did I lose to these two? Says Narwhal.
Yeah, I think the ending never has made anyone look competent if they try that. It's always. It sounds more fun in your head than it actually is.
Well, thank you,
They
Lorhey,
should
for
have added
joining me
more
on that
Yep.
experience. And shout out to Petard for the win. GG to Nope, and GG to Skilsu, and GG to Auriko, Narwhal, JagWarrior. There's everyone. Busfarer, Miss Weems, and GG's. Hell yeah. Thank you so much for joining me, Lorhey, as well. It's just
Yep, GG's.
Houseboat. More
It's
needs
a
to be
fun
said.
map to play in the upcoming community tournament. Now, the big question right now that was going on, and it was pondered earlier. Is our base done with the brackets? Or
That's
was this game faster?
Great stuff, Petard, as well. Oh. Just oof. Well, maybe our base is deep down in the bracket nation, so. But yeah, any last kind of final closing words you want to say for the recording, Lorhey? Now's your chance.
That's fun. I don't know.
Wonderful.
Person for big speeches.